Welcome back to part number 21 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as Rome. We've done a lot of expanding very quickly, mostly due to the 90 tyranny. We've been running essentially the whole game. A couple of things. There's going to be a revolt, or there was going to be a revolt. It's gone now. There was a revolt in Milias. It keeps popping up and disappearing. Well, whatever the case is, I suppose it's gone now. It doesn't hurt, I suppose, to have this unit here. I probably want to move it, say, here or whatnot, and pick it up. Maybe bring it somewhere up here, or just have it mull about and drill. There's a vast army here, multiple armies. Essentially all of our legions are headed up towards Getia. It's going to be really ugly for Getia. And there's not going to be a lot of contest. The area will be certainly not contested. I could do it more efficiently. I could perhaps war with Getia and get some troops over here to our Vernia, which I intend to attack as well. But really there's no hurry, as we have these guys up here going to war with Venetia. You know, I wonder if I should send a legion proper up there to assist with that. The 4 mercs seems somewhat underwhelming. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see what this... these guys are embarked on this fleet, but... Where's the fleet now? But if I keep the fleet here, that means that I can disembark. I can't access the fleet. There it is. So we'll stay here. These guys? Okay. So you are embarked. We can disembark you. That leaves this lot here. So we have a fairly decent army with a siege engineer. Let's see if we could force march up here. Just in case something strange happens, we'll go up there. And then I can embark this army onto that fleet, go and pick up, yikes, you. But by the time that this army force marches over here and this fast moving Laborian picks him up and then engages up here, these troops will probably just barely be reaching their destination through here. So that works. That's what's going to happen. We'll take Getia, and there's no rush in that I have no claims really against any nation that I won't take an egregious amount of aggressive expansion with. So I have no claim here. I had one in Scythia, but Tyrus took it over. In theory, I should have a claim here now. I do. I have claims in Armenia, but I don't want to war with them because it'll be a lot of aggressive expansion. We have a truce with Egypt until 540. A truce with Macedon until, I believe, 541. That leaves tribal detail annexing to client states, which is going to happen sometime between now and the end of the game. And there's no rush for any of it. Let's take a skim through this to see if we have any new stuff. I don't think there's a... What is that? Hostile attrition. Not so much so. Although there's another base trade routes we could have. Without any sort of pop capacity increase, I don't really see why we would need more trade routes. We have stuff that we can cancel, and we have plenty of food, and our cities are essentially topped out and not really able to continue without either A, provincial improvements, or B, pop capacity boni. I suppose so there's nothing really well, I can move an errant pop here, but I mean that's that's more like whatever. So I can move one pop there. It's hardly worth paying attention to it at all, really. And now I can build an aqueduct. Oh boy. But anyway, that's not gonna markedly increase the food requirements for the province, that's for sure. I could send another pop here, but that's, again, essentially irrelevant. We'll grab this Roman here. We can build another aqueduct. Joy of joys. We need to get +6 pop capacity from the Ben Stone and the Starfish of Atargatai to add a total of +10 pop capacity to our base here. So we'd have another 10 to the base, which would be augmented by the state infrastructure, Manilius stones, etc. So that would make a huge difference, and we could move a lot more pops to our capital. As of now, we're sort of bogged down with capital building, and no further progress can be made. The Ben Stone is somewhere around here, I believe, in Heliopolis. And the Starfish of Atargatis, I believe, is in Bambis, I think. Either that or it's here. Again, Cappadocia is now allied with Armenia, so we have a claim there. It's like, do we need it? We'll trigger Armenia as well. So I think one of these clients can start the integration process. Isn't that one? Let's see. We can do it. 552 is not bad. So these two have arrived, essentially. Let's get them on board. And head up this river, maybe. We can go, say, right here. Both groups have pretty much made it. And do we have our claim as yet? We do. Let's trigger this. And then we'll force march. And let's see. Here we'll go force march here as well. We'll catch out these forts before they get off of low maintenance, at least in theory. We'll get you. And we can force march in here as well and assault all those forts. Now, there's a lot of tribes. Well, we'll see. Anyway, these units are generally in position. Let's see if we can... I canceled access, so we'll just have to wait. These guys arrived already. They've been mulling about there, so luckily the food doesn't go so badly at sea as it does on land. Alright, we can declare war. Boom. I think I made that claim when I was adjacent to this this area here, and I was just going to accept the the bug where you annex territory that you didn't ask for, and then I decided that I was not going to stand for the bug and just gave it to my vassal and deducted the aggressive expansion. As you'll know, we have a great many borders with Gedia. So what goes on here? We will force march off of this ship because we force march all the time. Let's see, we can force march up. We're not quite there yet. We'll force march up here as well. Let's force march here. And we'll force march in here as well. And here as well. So this unit is headed up to relieve this situation if it becomes trouble. So up here we look to have no trouble. Who are you? Why are you not rolling in there? We must have bribed the merc somewhere and kept them on because we have 5. Let's force march up here. Actually, we'll go here. It seems a shame to assault that fort. We start at 64%. Let's see. How about you? There's no rush, really. It's only 250 as well, so let's just do it. We'll do that as well. Let's force march here to his capital. Looks like we caught an army out here we can assault. This is down. Let's head here. Why head there when you can force march? We had a siege fall here. And another siege here. see. Are we at war with you? That's our guy. That's our vassal who we're gonna have vassalize this. We're not at war with you. And we may as well go here. Oh, we'll all go there. We can take the port. Where will we port? Perhaps Torica. Something happened up here as we've occupied that. We have not yet assaulted that. And we'd want to go up here ASAP as well. Maybe here. I brought such overwhelming force to bear on these wars. I'm just not going to go into great detail because it's just a matter of like assault, 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 assault over and over and over again. It was over before it started. Pretty much this is as well. This war is proceeding well. We've taken his capital. Looks like this character is on the prowl here. Where is he going? Can we defeat him? We may be able to. If we call up another levy here, I'm sure of it. Let's go here. We'll force march in there. We can separate peace out here with Gothonia. And let's do it. We can assault this. And then I think close out this northern war. I think we can sue for peace here. Let's do it. We're taking this territory to round out this whole province for us. Bit of a... It's not much though. We've downed a siege here. We need to head, say, here. This is a rout, as you might expect. We're about to close out the remainder of this war here, and down here this goes well as well. That does it for this northern campaign. I'm going to transfer the occupancies to our client, and peace out. So how many pops do you have now? 276, not bad. I think we have another claim over here, and these mercs are essentially idle. Where's our claim? Markomania? No. I think I had one in Gothonia, unfortunately for me. I think I'm claimless now. Yeah. How about you? Do we have one there? We don't. Yep, I just ran through this list. Not a blessed thing up here in Gaul. Actually, more technically termed Germania, right? Well, Venetia. Well, that there's no better time really to file a claim. The question is where to file it. Who has the most affiliations? Well, Falcia seems as good as any. Has two other affiliations. Here, Markomania and Chausia. Neither of these are affiliated, so we'll just leave them. And then this guy is a tribe. He's a wanderer. He's here, here, and here. So just leave him be as well. I don't want to chase him down up here. What does that mean for our Merc Horde? Stand him down. As for this guy, well, maybe we could station him up there. It's not a poor idea. Maybe we'll send him up here just because. That's a bad idea. Let's not do that. We'll head back down here. All kinds of stack wiping going on these smaller levies and whatnot that Getty has raised. Winding down. I'm going to go and pick up these units here that are pretty far up. This one, for instance, will go board the fleet and then head down to Pella where everyone else is headed. As for you, well, he's neither here nor there, really. You can make it here or down there. It's probably here is better. I think we can peace out with Tribalia. We can, so I'm going to transfer occupancy to Guerbinum. There it is. We should take none. We've done it. That leaves Getty with a 100% war score. I'm going to transfer all of it to Volumus. I think that's it. Let's see. Nope. Oh, we still... Yeah, that's part of our province. We'll take 0.57 AE. And all the rest, at least as much as I can stomach, will go to voluminous, which is all of it. So we should get about 0.57 AE. Let's see if it's true. It is. Good for me. Alright, so you are integrating 543, not very much further out. You 553, and you can't even have not even started yet. So let's evacuate this area and get over to Alvernia and then annex it to Bellavorum. We've evacuated this area. I have a lot of troops on the fleet wherever exactly it is. There it is. Some troops here on board, and then the rest of them went overland. We're going to arrive at the same place at relatively about the same time. Do we need the fleet? Do we need these guys? And either the fleet legions or these legions could probably take out Alvernia and company if there is any company. Look at that. There's more. Well, the more the merrier. We'll annex it all to Valorum. And let him integrate whenever it is he will, which I'm pretty sure is not going to be any particular time soon. That would be unlike our next integration, oddly enough. Coriolan, with 448 pops, is going to integrate February of 539, which is about 2.5 years out, making this an exercise in complete... Well, actually, I think we could almost colonize in a couple of years. Maybe it'll probably happen about the same time. I've been trying to move or colonize this way so as to get out to the day and file a claim, but this major river was an impasse. So you have to move the pops across this yellow line there. And I couldn't make it across this river, so I was able to colonize these, but they're not Romanizing particularly quickly. They are reasonably Hellenic, but this integration will happen before, and I'm sure that then I can move enough Romans to colonize because, well, there are a bunch of Romans right here. 10 to be exact. Oddly enough, the units of force marching on the overland route without roads or anything look to be beating the units taken to sea. I guess it takes a while to get around this horn and such. There they are. We have enact law, 20% off for 600 months. I did manage to sell off that part that the bugged part where I took this land here instead of Dianum. So I got it to Dianum month by month. I sold it, and I'm curious as to my diplomatic range. I was able to file a claim up here previously. It looks like I still can. How about here? I can. Well, good for me. Diplomatic range is a strange bird. It says it's from your capital based on your power ratio, but I found that it's not exactly true. You have like a control range like one province away. But that's still, if I had this land here, that still wouldn't get me up to this Dumonia and company there. But almost it seems like my recollection is sometimes it does for like unknown reasons. Anyway, we are nearly topped out on mill experience as well, so before we start this war, let's see if we can... I think we actioned the Greek... We did not, now. We took what? Morale of armies, 5%. Why don't I have this? I don't know. So I can take morale of armies. In theory, the 80 mil experience that I spend on this morale of armies, I'll get more morale back. Or I can take a Greek whatnot. Try to get some siege ability bonused here as well. I'll just wait. Alright, these troops have landed. They are not feeling well relative to food, so let's send them out and disperse so that they can begin to acquire more food. So these guys, the fleet did beat this lot over, but not by much. Looks like he's dropped some of his allies, unfortunately. How about you? Do we have a claim there? We don't. Why not file one? There's no reason. Maybe on the back end we can flip back and attack this lot as well. Secured some access through Petrocoria. Claim hit on Faucia. Well, with that claim on Faucia, what would happen if we attacked Marcomania and Chaucia? All we need to do is hire some mercs, and I think there are some about. I think I'll do that and orchestrate a couple of wars as long as I'm going to be sort of in this area. These is a relatively small outfit here, Marcomania, Faucia, and Chaucia. Also note I could move pops here and do some colonization. A tribal has grown, so if I move 7 Roman slaves here, I can carry on forward. And then I can jump over here, and assuming there are some pops, there are no pops. Well, I won't be able to carry on, will I? Here, just one pop there. I guess we'll just have to wait. Well, it says a civil war. Carthage was popping a civil war for most of the game, but it never really happened except that one time when we caught him out here and up here. But, you know, whether it happens or not, I'm going to declare this war before something strange happens. We have all of our troops positioned. We've gone through all this trouble. Let's do it. So, we have access. We can go ahead and force march quickly up here. We can force march quickly up here. We'll get both of these units here in the same hex. We'll get this unit force marching up there as well. We'll force march you up here. And we will force march you to the capital. These guys should overrun essentially anything they run into. And we'll force march you up here. You have just arrived and can, we'll go right here. I hired a bunch of mercs off in this direction here. They're headed up in the Faucian area. We've taken this territory. We're claiming another. We've encountered a levy. These units here are going to get overrun by the low morale Magna Graecia, but it doesn't really matter. Actually, it does. It's 18 siege engineers. Well, our siege taxis is leading the way. Perhaps we'll send it over here. We'll overrun them nonetheless. We've taken this province here. Let's go and reinforce the Magna Graecian levy. For minus 15% morale, it seems to be faring reasonably well. Let's find out. Yep, we've occupied this area. Why walk when you can force march? We downed another siege without any assaulting or anything. Let's roll up here and force march as well. Bountiful harvest here. Let's see, we can take some money. Let's do it. We'll take the money. Magna Graecian levy has encountered hopefully another stack wipe from our morale challenged Magna Graecian Legion. Close enough. Bunch of occupations and set this is down. Where can we go? Who are we at war with? This guy as well. So we'll head right over here. We'll drop this siege as well. We'll go here. I wonder if we could catch that guy. We've done it. Why is this unit mulling about? I don't know. Let's move it out. Another siege down. Overrunning units left and right. There's a fairly sizable group here, but our unit that we were holding in reserve will bring him up this way. I'm gonna force march our siege taxes all the way up here to this fort and deal with that. Another one fell. Where is that? Here we go. Let's see. We can force march into, I bet you. We've done it. The vassals are doing very well. They have quite a bit of morale. Let's see. Who is this? Valorum. Miltech 11. Bought off a couple of mercs here. I wonder if we can make it across. We can't. We've caught half of that large 14k stack. And I think we'll send the smaller stack of Macedonia back here. And the larger stack up here to siege that fort. Another fort down. Be able to make it to this provincial capital now. It's the Blitz. Oh. We started this siege at 57. I have half a mind to pop this 10% tradition. We can't get to it though. Here. Let's send less than stellar siegers over here, but they'll get the job done, I'm sure. I have those mercs I bought guarding these obscure provinces that might get re-annexed somehow. Oh. Uh-oh. Both of those, I think, are headed here to this provincial capital. Yep. Some barbarians popped up here. Should I worry about them? Or should I just attack Fossia? I'm thinking attack Fossia. Let's do it. We'll go here. Let's force march up here. Roll forward there. Let's, well, actually, we'll go here. Force march up here. The siege here has fallen as well. Let's start to drill. Actually, let's get the heck out of that area. We may not have quite enough war score to take it. Another siege down. Our siege taxes has dropped this far. Distal siege there. Let's head over here. Or not. We'll go right here. Oh. We have too much war score, so we'll have to spread it out over at least 2 wars. Let's see what we can do. We'll take Pictonia for 0.9 AE because we have a claim. The rest will go to our client state. Do we make a mad amount of money? Yes, we do. So how much of that comes from our commercial stance? Our mercantile stance, 25%. So in theory, we have the Temple of Tibur, surplus of dates. Our ruler is here or there. So if we lose the mercantile stance, we'll lose maybe how much? Not much relative to our whole, but some relative to our disposable income. But at this point, the not much aggressive expansion I'm going to get from the bellicose stance and the extra war score is, and the claim fabrication speed is worth it. Worth more to me. Unfortunately, our access requests are probably not going to be granted nearly as often. Let's see if this guy will. Well, he's still happy. So now we have a bellicose, and we should be able to take even more war score and take less aggressive expansion. What has happened to our income? I'm going to find out. We went from 175, and we lost about 65, all right. That's not really much, though, as we make money hand over fist anyway. I'm going to try to get access as far up this coast here as possible. We'll see what can be done. There's 99 war score and not a lot of AE, especially for me. I took out this ally because he's not a vassal or anything. He might not be affiliated with Alvernia next time, so I'll take him while the taking is good. As to whether, well, we're going to find out. How many pops does this guy have now? Yeah, it's not bad, 600 or thereabouts. We're about a half an hour in. That's a decent time to end the episode. I'm going to get these cohorts back to this area here. Board the fleet. Let's build. It's always, well, that's in theory plenty of ships per se. I don't want to get too over the line here. We're not making quite as much as we were. We have this war to close out, but I think that we have a date with the Egyptians on sometime in 40. February of 40, so 2 years out. So we have 2 years to mosey back from here, get to the fleet, and get over to Egypt. Who's he allied with now? Kos and Bulimia. That sounds fun. I hope to see you then.